Hey guys, so we're gonna call this the positive and negative scale aspect. Okay. Um, Now with everything, obviously you can have either one. Keep in mind, and so we're gonna imagine that the left side. You can put your hands up if you want to. Imagine that the left side is your negative and the right side is your positive energies. And within each of those, also imagine the yin and yang. That in in each one is also the little dot of, and a negative. There's a little positive, and the positive. There's a little negative. And what this means is, it is all dependent on you. For example, what you're doing that's either one of these actions is not going to be the same for everyone else. Okay, you know, because this is where you have your own likes and your own dislikes. Now that being said, there are some people that will gravitate and may not yet know how to balance themselves completely, and maybe more caught in a negative state or whatever. And what that is doing is that's going to make the again the left side is negative, so that's going to bring that down and whatever, and bring that part of the scale down more. And so the universe, call it whatever you want, universe, source, God, whatever, is truly non-judgmental, and so it will respond to that. It will respond to, well, this is how this person is, living their life, and in this, even though it's we see it as maybe not good or whatever. Universe doesn't see it that way. It just sees it as, well, this is what's driving them, and what's good for them, or what what seems to be working for them right now. So it's going to give you more of that. It's going to give you more shitty things and more chaos and whatever in your life, because that's what you seem to gravitate toward. That's what you're pulling in and whatever, right? And so more positive people who are aware of their more positive self will gravitate towards that. Well, because they're paying attention to what makes them happy. They're paying attention to what brings them joy and abundance and all this stuff. So their side of the scale is down, and their negative side is more up. And so, as you learn to balance this and whatever, you can raise either side low and whatever, and this is the scale can always be in movement, obviously, because you're gonna have waves. We're gonna have waves. You're gonna have all new experiences. It's not gonna be constantly, all the time always negative. It's not gonna be constantly always positive. It's gonna be a moving thing. This is where you kind of want to come into balance, because everyone's different. Everyone has what it is that they want to do, and by realizing this balance and by attracting what it is that makes you happy, and that's assuming that you want to. I mean, if you want to continue to attract negative in your life, that's all fine and great. That's perfectly up to you, and you're entitled to do so. But it's going to be a kind of a shitty thing or whatever, And maybe it's not. Maybe it's your experience, again, maybe that is judgment. But maybe that's your experience, is to get to that point or whatever, get to learn. Maybe there's something you have to learn, And what one person sees as a negative and as another, if you see someone, well, they're doing this and this and this, you don't have to allow that into your life if if it makes you feel uncomfortable, and vice versa, But see it as an experience. See it as, what is this? How does this benefit them? Maybe what is causing a negative to them, or the way I see that as a causing a negative, maybe it's actually, maybe there's an underlying tone that I'm not seeing or something like that. So, I mean, there's many different perspectives with things as well. But if, you're constantly attracting something that's not good, or just makes you feel uncomfortable and makes you feel shitty and whatever, then obviously why the hell are you attracting it? Why do you keep doing it? Do you realize that you don't have to keep doing it? Do you realize you can change it at any given time? Literally any given time, a snap of fingers or whatever, you can change it, okay? And sometimes we do forget this. Sometimes we do forget that we can change this, and sometimes we need reminders. Sometimes there's, and this is again, to go back to the no judgment thing about the universe. This is very awesome because the universe is like, well, okay, I'm not going to judge you, and just because you may have forgotten, you're still going to be reminded. You're still going to, each experience or each thing that you manifest is going to come to you. Everything that you ask for, everything that you desire is going to come to you. And this is the thing maybe we should think deeply about is, in fact, yes. Because even that, we may have to suffer through some things and whatnot to get to that awesome space. What we see as a suffering is also a learning experience. Nothing is truly without cause. There is nothing that happens that will not bring you to a better state of being. For us to continue to thrive, these things need to happen. If part of the journey of manifestation and getting to you what you manifested is also writing the story. It's, taking that journey. It's walking that path, following it, and enjoying the ride along the way. And it's very awesome when you get to think about it. So, as you become more aware of this, the easier it will be to navigate, and you can, all the things you want, you begin to see it more so in your mind that it's happening in a shitty way or a positive way or whatever way you want to see it to you. You can let go of the judgment completely and just be like, it's happening, period. There is no negative, positive, it just is. And as we learn to do that more, as you learn to do that more, the easier it will be to navigate your desired world and get to your destination much, much faster. Alright, so that's all I have for you guys today. If you'd like to book a personal session with me, feel free to contact me at any of my following sites that will be listed at the end of the video. Wish you all the best and love to you all. Peace out.